We've got some great news from across the country to kick off your weekend, but before we get started, take a second to retrain your mind. Let it be known that there is something positive that you can take from each day. We start our Friday off here in the East. Arundel Parrott Academy had a special surprise last week for its senior students and teachers. Members of the school staff traveled to each senior's home across the county to place a sign on their yards bearing the words, "We love our seniors." 6 hours and 800 miles later, the surprise was a success.
The outcry of support and thankfulness for us, just thinking about them in this time, and a lot of people, not just our seniors, but seniors worldwide. So we just felt like we wanted to do everything in our grasp to show our support and our love for them, and the parents and the students were very thankful for that.
That academy is not the only school supporting its kids. Teachers from St. Peter and Paul School in Cary, Illinois, found a way to bring smiles to their students' faces, all while practicing social distancing. They decorated their cars and traveled around town in a makeshift parade to show how much they care for their students.
We miss the kids. That's why I go to work every day. I can be having the worst day, and then I go to school and they're there, they're excited, they're dancing, and it lights up our days. We still need to keep the kids engaged and learning, and whatever that looks like from now till May or June is what we have to do.
And grab the tissues because you might need it for this last story. A 6-year-old Tennessee boy with cystic fibrosis tested positive for COVID-19. After being taken to the hospital and following CDC guidelines, Joseph Bostain's mother posted a video on her Facebook page that went viral. In the clip, the boy spread some hope and positivity, all while making a special announcement.
Thank you for all the cards and the prayers and the gifts. And I'm a cystic fibrosis warrior, and I beat COVID-19.
Back here in the East, Greenville first responders paid tribute to medical workers bright and early on Thursday morning, thanking them during this difficult time. Greenville Police, Fire and Rescue, and Vidant Police personnel lined up in front of the hospital waiting for the shift change. Medical workers were greeted with salutes from first responder heroes. People cheered loud and shouted thank you as they both showed support for each other.
We just feel like we're in this together, and we're just very appreciative of what they're doing inside this hospital.
And one of those Vidant employees is taking her job a step further to help the community. Courtney Beeman is making the hours of wearing face masks a little bit easier for healthcare workers. After hours of hard work while wearing the protective mask, Beeman and her coworkers were feeling the pain. So she decided to sew buttons on headbands to provide a little relief.
Healthcare workers from all over the country have reached out to me. It's something small I can do to help the healthcare workers that are on the front line during these scary times.
Beeman and her mother have since made hundreds of headbands free of charge for healthcare workers across the country. And to wrap up this week's Feel Good Friday on Good Friday, let's take a trip over to Columbia, Missouri, where a local senior center got a very special surprise. Puppies from Unchained Melody's dog rescue were brought over to be admired through the windows to help brighten spirits. Now, these are just a few examples of good news right in your very own backyards and across the country. But we want to hear from you. To find out how you can get involved in Feel Good Friday, check out the details below. In the digital studio, I'm Kelsey O'Donnell.